So our brother Akon has a very, very important message for the African Americans that's over in America right now. And if you don't know who Akon is, I know you know, because he used to sing "Nobody Wanna See Us Together." That's one of the songs. And the other one, I think it was "Locked Up, They Won't Let Me Out." Yeah, we all remember Akon from when we were younger. But yeah, he has a very important message for us that's over there in America, thinking about coming home or afraid to come home. Listen to what our brother got to say. Check him out real quick.
Is to get everybody to move back to Africa. That's my goal.
Okay.
I want to get as many African Americans back home to Africa as I possibly can. Because I know the day they move back, everything they fighting for in America, they will not have to fight for over there. All the struggle that they struggled over there, they're going to come there with this mindset, with this mentality, with the finances that they built, the equity in life, and bring it back and invest that in Africa. Man, Africa could be the strongest nation in the world if y'all went back home. So we got everything that it takes to be that. We got the resources, we got the land, we got the population, and together we got the strength and we got the know-how. Like, why we ain't doing that?
Now, I'm going to touch on what he said, but first, if you're someone who's thinking about coming over to the continent of Africa, I have a free, exclusive mini guide that teaches you the most important things that you need to know before visiting or moving to the continent of Africa. So if you're trying to come over here and figure out what you need to do, click the link down in the description box and you will get that free document sent to your inbox so that you can have the information to help you set a firm foundation. All right, let's go. Yes, let's get back to what our brother Akon said. Guys, I couldn't have said it any better. I've been trying to preach this for the last few years, so I'm grateful that I ran across this video because he made some great points that I've been trying to express and show on this platform for the past 5 years. He said we have the mindset, the mentality, the finances we've built, and the equity in life. The equity in life, that's the one that really hit me, because that's not always about the finances that you have. The equity in life could be what you've learned, the experiences you've had, what you've been able to do in that society, the different things that you've been able to overcome. All of those things come in handy when coming over here to the continent of Africa. We've lived in an environment that many people will not be able to survive in. We've gone through things in that environment that many people will run away from. So that those things that we've overcome, our ancestors have overcome, all of that is running within our blood. All of that is running within our blood. We have overcome a lot as a people, so we have a lot of equity in life. We have a lot of lessons that we can teach our brothers and sisters over here on the ground, and then it could be a reciprocal relationship as well, because they have a lot of things that they can teach us as well. We have a lot that we can learn from one another, that we need to learn from one another, and he's expressing it on this public platform, trying to let our people know, like, man, we got to come over here and use our skills that we have, use the mentalities that we have. We have the mentality to go into environments and hustle our way to the top. Our people, we are known for going into the room and doing what we have to do to make it happen. We have that mindset. We have that particular mentality of how we do things, so we have to use that in this environment to help things be built over here. That's why I came over here. I'm within the real estate sector. I'm a licensed realtor with Remax in Tanzania because I understood that I need to bring my skill set over here and put it on the ground on the continent of Africa. So I came to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, got into the real estate industry, learned the ups and downs, went through a lot of the different hurdles so that I could be able to be the best agent to help those who are trying to come over here after me. And I love what I do because I would have been doing it in America anyway. I was on my real estate journey in America, learning how to do business, learning how to sell land, learning how to meet with investors, have those conversations. But when the opportunity presented itself for me to come back to the motherland, I knew, okay, let me just go back to the motherland and become an agent over there, and then I'll be able to help more people anyway. So it's working out because I believed in what Akon is talking about. And it's not just because Akon said it. I saw it by the grace of God. I knew, like, okay, let's come back home. Let's get back in the motherland. Look at this. Look at that, man. I knew it. I felt it within my spirit. So when I came back home, I got to work. I used my gifts. I used my skill set. I used the mentality that I've been blessed to gain from America to help me to get set up in the position that I'm in now. There's been ups and downs, there's been hurdles, but there's been a lot of learning, and I'm glad that I went through everything because it's only making me better. I'm learning how to do business better. I'm learning how to serve my brothers and sisters better. So it's all a part of the journey, but we have to come over here with the right mindset. And like Akon said, bring all of that back to Africa. Bring it over here, help, get connected, build. Our people need us over here. So we got to come over here and be a part of what's going on. It's very important that we do that. Another thing he said was we got the resources, the land, the population, and together we got the strength and the know-how. So why are we not doing that? Why are we not doing that? Why? I know why. It's a lot of fear that hold a lot of people back. But these type of videos like I'm doing right now and what Akon said is what's going to help change that narrative and help us to build what we know we need to work on. So we are just spearheading this thing. I'm proud to be one of the spearheaders to go first to pave the way for those who are trying to come over here. And speaking of pave the way, listen, if you're someone who's thinking about coming over to the continent of Africa, my wife and I, we are hosting a 2-day webinar summit where we'll be teaching people how to get their residency, citizenship, the entire process that it takes to get set up in a few different countries. We'll be talking about the country of Tanzania, Ghana, Ethiopia, Kenya, Benin, and South Africa. So if you are trying to figure out how to get set up over in any of those countries on the continent of Africa, please join us for our 2-day webinar summit, The Return, Your Africa Relocation, Residency, and Citizenship Blueprint, so that we can help you figure out how to get set up, all right? The dates will be November 22nd and 23rd, and we'll be talking about everything you guys need to know to get set up properly, all right? So if you want to join us, click the link down in the description box, and we'll see all of the serious people there. And that's why I'm here. I want to be a part of bringing what Akon sees to life. And not only what Akon sees, what the world sees, what time it is. I want to be a part of bringing that to life. And I've been a part of bringing that to life. My wife and I, like I said, we've been here for 5 years doing the work. I'm within the real estate industry, like I mentioned, but my wife is an herbal practitioner and a student midwife. So she's been making natural products. She's been teaching over here on the ground. She's been giving her knowledge to students so that they can be the next generation of those who know what to do with the natural products. So there's a lot of ways that we can come over here and get connected. Whatever you're gifted at, whatever your skill set is, please use that to your advantage and come back over here because the population needs us over here. They are the youngest population in the world right now. There's so many young people over here that's yearning for knowledge, yearning for opportunities, yearning for things so that they can be able to build their own families. So come over here and provide some help, and God will bless you on the back end. But please come over here and provide help first, all right? That's the most important thing. Be helpful first. Give your gifts first. Don't have your hand out when coming to Africa. Focus on helping people first, and then you will get yours in the back end. But we need those type of people over here. So come over here if you're serious. But before we go a little bit further, Akon said something else that I want to reference and let y'all see so that y'all can see we're not just talking, man. People see it. People see it, and this is what's happening. So, hey, check out what Akon say, and I'll be right back.
This world is all about branding and marketing. The number one branders in the universe is the United States. They made United States seem like it's the best place in the world to be. It's the land of the free, home of the brave. I go there to find and chase my dreams. We have to be able to tell our own stories. Directors, filmmakers, entertainers, it's going to be clearly, and the press, it's going to be your job to redefine how people think about Africa. Because you're here, you see what's going on. You clearly can see in a vivid picture the good, the bad, and the ugly. What you choose to put out there is what the world is going to get. Because I can tell you right now, in Chicago alone, there's more people dying in Chicago than there was in the war in Iraq. But you would never see that. There's a lot of things that's happening in the US that you would never see because they choose to show you what they want you to see. It's about country integrity. You have a certain reputation you have to keep. No one puts their family business out into the street. One of the problems we have in Africa is that when something happens, the press is quick to put out negative energy and quick to put out a negative story. And then that story goes on to internet, and other broadcasting systems take it and they post it. So when you look at places like Kenya, for instance, that I know of, maybe 2 terrorist attacks, but it was everywhere. So now people was afraid to go to Kenya because somebody shot up the mall. But then when you look online, there was over 25,000 attacks in the US, but you only knew about maybe 5 or 6. So we have to really rebrand. And then when you look at how the world perceives Africa, they're right. You know, you see zebras, lions, tigers, bears. Oh my. You get to the point where you think Africa's just a big jungle. The images that they're showing of Africa is historical images. This is way before civilization. This is when they were still, you know, battling with spears, like times of Shaka Zulu. No, I'm serious. But then when you look at the US, they're showing Superman, Batman, you know? Where is our Superman? Where is our, like, Shaka Zulu should be a superhero today.
Exactly. He preaching, man. We must tell our own stories. They have the biggest brand in the world, and they know how to tell their stories. So it's up to us to tell our stories about the continent of Africa. Tell our stories about what we've been through. Tell our stories about our journeys. Tell our stories about what's really going on the motherland. That's why I'm very adamant about making sure I tell the geopolitical landscape news, give the real estate opportunities, and share what's going on within my life, because I understand that we have to tell our own stories. The media will make things look terrible. I tell my brothers and sisters on the ground here every day, like, man, if you guys knew how we vision Africa because of what we've seen, it'll blow your mind. Like, I didn't even know about Dar es Salaam, Tanzania until I did my own research. I only saw Serengeti, me personally, before I came. If I didn't do my own research, I wouldn't have known. So we have to tell these stories. Even if you're here on the continent yourself already as an African, tell your story, because the world needs to see the real Africa, how people really feel, what our people really are doing, and how we're working and building with each other. But you have to tell your real story. We need the real stories to come from the motherland. Our people need to come back home and give their voices. And our people that's already at home here on the ground, that's been living here, we need you guys to step up and boldly tell your stories. Boldly let us know the lessons that's been passed down from our ancestors that's been before us, who've taught us, who've given us information, who've shown us the way, who knew these things will come. I've learned so many different prophecies that's been prophesied about the Black Americans coming back to Africa, guys. And if people put these on video, a lot of our people know that, hey, we're supposed to come back home. It's been prophesied, guys. It's been prophesied that we're going to come back home and help our brothers and sisters build up the continent. Some elders have said this years ago, and it's coming to life now. So you're feeling these pulls because it is time for us to come together in each lane that we have as individuals. Whatever you're good at, do that to the best of your ability to represent the continent of Africa. Don't take your talents anywhere else but to a country on the continent of Africa and build it up, because that is the most important thing that we need to focus on right now. Yes, there's other opportunities on other continents, but right now we need to secure the opportunities that's here. Like Akon said, there's too much opportunity. There's land, there's infrastructure that needs to be put in place, and the population of our younger brothers and sisters who want to build and learn is here, strong and ready. So we got to do it, guys. We got to do it. So I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but take heed to what's going on and adjust and do what you need to do to come over here to the continent of Africa. If you're someone who's serious, if you're someone who hear the call, who feel the message, make the moves to get set up over here on the continent of Africa. There are several countries here. There are several pathways put in place. So do your research to figure out what is best for you and yours, how you need to get set up in the country, what you need to do, the investment amount, all the things that you need to do to come over here and do that. And if you're serious about coming over here and you want to join us, please make sure you join us on November 22nd and 23rd for the Return, your Africa Relocation, Residency, and Citizenship Blueprint, where we'll be talking about exactly what you need to know and do to get set up in the country of Ethiopia, Rwanda, Kenya, Tanzania, Ghana, Benin, and South Africa. We got industry experts that'll be there talking, telling us their story, giving us the ins and outs of what it takes for those particular countries so that you can figure out what you need to do. So join us if you're serious. We'll be glad to have you and teach you what you need to know, all right? Guys, y'all make sure y'all understand that it is time for us to try to come home. It's time for us to build at home, and it's time for us to get connected at home. So do what you need to do. Get connected with who you need to get connected with and move accordingly, all right? So if you made it to this point, please let me know what you think. And also let me know where you're tuning in from, whatever city, whatever state, wherever you at right now. Please let me know down in the comment box. I like to see how we connecting, how we coming together, and where you guys are tuning in from. And if you haven't already, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned to the journey, and you can help us reach the goals that we have in place to connect this content all around the world to those who really need to know what's going on over here on the continent of Africa, all right? And if you want one-on-one support, I have time within my schedule that I have set aside to help those who want help to come over here to the continent of Africa. You can schedule a time with me, and I will sit on the phone with you for 1 hour and answer all of the questions that you have in order to get set up successfully when you come on the ground over here to the continent of Africa. So if you're someone who wants that information, please don't hesitate to click the link down in the description box to book a time so that I can help you and your family come over here successfully, okay? Now, if you made it to this point of the video, thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. And I hope this was able to bring you some value and you see what time it is and you understand what Akon talking about and you figure out how you need to get back home and what we need to do over here, all right? I'm in the middle of a farm right now. They plan something. I don't know what they really plan, but this is development. This is what's going on the ground over here. So, hey, y'all make sure y'all keep the shalom peace. Y'all make sure y'all stay focused and don't let these people stop y'all on y'all journey, all right? Shalom.
Mungu ibariki Afrika, wabariki viongozi wake, na umoja na amani, hizi mbao zetu Afrika na watu wake. Ibariki Afrika, tubariki Afrika, tubariki watoto wa Afrika.